Hey you, before the video starts, consider dropping a like, a comment, and maybe consider subscribing. This really does help the channel grow. On to the video. Hi everyone. Wow, it's been a while since I've uploaded a continuation to the series. I do apologize. Truth is, I got burnt out of editing it as it took me many hours to days to edit each part, and I wasn't prepared for that. I also had a lot of wedding planning happening in the past few months. Work has been crazy, and so this series took a, honestly, like fourth priority for me. Anyways, now that my schedule is clearing up and the wedding is around the corner, I now have some time to finish editing this so that you guys have some content while I'm out. Let's get into day 6. I didn't catch this when recording the entire day, but all of day 6 was slightly cut off to the right. I'm not sure why this is. I suspect my window is a little bit wonky and so is being taken up a little bit weirdly. So I hope you guys don't mind, but this video I anticipate is going to be a bit short. A lot of today I was very AFK for, and I kind of let my DK just active kill mobs to progress parts of World 4. I went to my DK to collect his AFK time and find out how many kills we had left to open the portal. While we were here, I wanted to complete this quest line so I can get some more stamps. We went to work here, I completed the stamp quest, and I went on to do some owl and kangaroo. Not much progress was made here, to be honest. I'm sure you guys can appreciate me trying to skip over some of that content, but it was the same cycle as before, just reset the feathers to prep for a mega feather reset, or for kangaroo, keep collecting shinies to eventually do a mega fish reset. To save everyone some time, I ended up today with doing an extra 20% fishing efficiency and 7% accuracy and damage from kangaroo. I decided it was time to head to the islands in World 2 to get some time candy. Now, I didn't follow the typical island unlock progression path as I was on a time crunch and I wanted to optimize candy generation to get through the islands, or rather get from the islands, so I wanted to unlock the Crystal Island ASAP. I collected my bottles. Unfortunately, I forgot to actually complete the quest for Omar the Ogre, or Omar the Ogre, whatever his name is. And it just went straight to unlocking the Crystal Islands because there's really nothing else I can get from it at this time. I went to killing these crystal mobs. It took me a solid 2 minutes to kill them because all my damage is just so awful, but I did end up with about 8 1-hour candies, 2 2-hour candies, 1 4-hour candy, and a single 12-hour candy, so that was pretty good. I used some candy and opened the portal to Dr. Defficus to get the last component I needed for the TP Pete's quest line. I wanted to complete more quests so that I could get more damage from the Quest Kapow star talent. I took some time to get a Skelefish print so that I could use that for the meal cooking speed and fishing efficiency stamps. Overall, the fish efficiency stamp does kind of suck, but I need any percent I can get right now. Those bloaches are kind of important. Overall, I took this time to level up my stamps, specifically the ones from World 4, such as the pet odds for breeding, to push more spice battles and hopefully pet arena. I did some of Centurion's quest so that I can get more time candy for my World 4 push. Like I said earlier in the video, a lot of the day I did go kind of like active AFK 4 over at Gelatinous Cuboids and a few other maps in World 4 to get some of the active grind done before blasting my time candies. It was about here where I opened up the portal to the next map. I moved on to Chalkies and I went back to active AFKing on DK. About an hour later, I decided to use some time candies to push past the portal. Our stash was dwindling down very slowly, so this is why I was being a little conservative. I used some more candies, went AFK for a bit to open the Big Ol' Moles portal, and finally we were at least at Clammy's. I could sit here and active for a bit as this map was favorable for DK. Switching gears from the monotonous, endless grind of World 4 on my DK, I used some candy on my wizard to make it an ES finally. Or elemental sorcerer for those less inclined about the nomenclature for Idleon. I could start getting a little bit of wormhole portal kills to stack the damage, which I'm starting to need on my DK a lot more. I did a bit of grinding here, then I went back to opening the World 4 portals. I used a 12-hour candy to open the Clammy's portal that I have been whittling away at all day. It may not seem like a lot has happened in this video, but I did skip over essentially 6 hours of active AFK farming. This is currently hour 8 of this VOD. That is how much active AFK time I've spent so far today. Now that I'm at Octodars, I can finally talk to the Rift NPC. I won't be doing Rift pretty much at all during this challenge, but the most important thing that this guy offers is time candy and gems. I did have to go to TVs to use the time candy as I needed lost batteries for the quest though. I used my gem envelope and phone boxes here. I did get a fair few amount of time candy and gems, which is nice. Unfortunately, I'm not sure exactly how many I got as the window is just slightly cut off. After Rift, I took my Blood Berserker over to Yonder Green to complete the last quest I needed for the vote, which required me to kill a bunch of penguins to get a specific item to drop for the quest. It took me 1 whole hour to get all of the drops to turn in this quest. But with that, it was totally worth it, as I can get a whole lot more time candy with this vote. I proceeded to turn in this quest on everyone who was able to, which translated to tens of hundreds of hours of time candy. For those of you who haven't watched the previous videos, you can actually reclaim the votes from some of the NPCs to complete Haagen-Dazs's quest line, which is how I got a lot of the time candy I needed for this quest, for this free-to-play run. I used the time candy that I had gained to open pretty much the rest of World 4 on my DK. The portal for Stilted Seekers was open, and it was finally time to take down the troll. And with that, the troll is down, and World 5 is finally open. On day 6. Not where I would like to be, as now I am very limited on my time. Big shout out to Strink P, who was the first to find out that we hit World 5. Congrats, my dude. Is that copyright? Maybe I shouldn't say my dude. I do sometimes forget that early gaming just kind of sucks and is super slow. It's best early on to spread points between base bits and speed, because any bonus right now will help you in gaming. With the whole, gaming should become much easier later on, as Bravery will introduce gaming bit multis very early. For the time being, with our 300 gems that we had, I went and bought Divinity Sparkies. Divinity is incredibly slow, and if I can get to unlocking some of the gods, then it will be beneficial to me as I push into World 5. Even Snake God right now is good, as it gives me defense, accuracy, and AFK gains, which will be useful with my time candies, and making sure I'm hitting the accuracy limit for my Squire to regain, or rather gain, the refinery damage. Ideally, I would be able to unlock Nobisect for the 2x kills, but that is kind of a pipe dream with how much time we have. I had some time to mess around with Vault, as I had a ton of money from blasting candies at the end of World 4. And I did say today's video is going to be a little bit short. One last thing before the video ends though, I did get my 8th character slot unlocked, and I went and got myself another DK. 2 DK is pretty much always meta. I mean, construction is just so good that no matter where you are in the game, it's always worth it to get one, or at least 2, sorry. In the context of a speedrun, I'm always questioning if this is actually a good idea, but I'm not sure what else would really impact my progress that much. The rest of this video is just fluff about me doing the quests, unlocking at least a Squire on this character, and then sticking him onto Divinity Altar just like every other character, in the slim hopes of unlocking some gods to get us going in World 5. I thank you all for watching this part. It has been a struggle to get the motivation to script and piece together the footage for this, but finally, we're back, baby. I'll see you all later for Day 7, Part 1.